Hey, I'm Geeky Pastimes, and we've just seen the incredible new trailer for Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies. Like, this absolutely blew me away. I watched it live on stream, so what you're going to see are my live reactions where I'm starting to piece it together. Since they've shown that trailer, they have tweeted out that Numa is in this, that Stalingrad is in this. They actually didn't say Gorokrovia, they said Stalingrad, which makes me think it's the city rather than the zombies map, and that there's going to be more information coming at 6 o'clock. So I'm making this at 4:30. So this video is going to go live with all of my reactions, my first initial reactions to it, and trying to break down that trailer a little bit. I was a bit overwhelmed by how much new stuff there was. Like, I was really excited about it. And then I'll probably do another video for tomorrow, really breaking down all of the information that they release. So make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on. Enjoy the video. Let's go. Let's start straight away with gameplay. You are the instrument of my revenge. I give you an army of the dead, but our enemies have allies from beyond this mortal realm. Our strength is yours. We are joined now. Mortal children, yield or die. Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, why do we? Come here. That's the multiplayer map, isn't it? Stand clear, playthings. Step into the fire. Bury the hatchet or bury your friend right now. Rise, revenants! A new chapter of warfare is about to begin. Whoa! I wanna end me. Pre-order now. There's so much to pick apart in that. We need to go back and watch that again because that was insane. Right, should we try and work out what we were looking at? So much was happening there so quickly. That was insane. And I can't believe it started with just like gameplay, didn't it? Like there was gameplay, loads of it all the way through. That was awesome. Like that was so much more than I expected. I genuinely didn't know what to expect of that. So let's just maybe go through this a little bit because that was so cool. Oh man, there's so much going on. Every time I go back, I'm like, oh, there's something else there. So let's just pause it a little bit. So straight away, is this the map? Is this one of the multiplayer maps as well? It seemed like there was a lot of stuff going on in multiplayer maps, so I don't know if that means a return of Onslaught mode, or whether that's like the zombies maps that we're gonna get are gonna be involved with like, are gonna have like multiplayer map stuff in them. I'm not really sure, but like, this looks super cool. So you can see, yeah, the moon has like an eclipse going on, which, you know, kind of looks cool. We've got a portal there. I don't know if that's like a portal just where zombies are coming out of, that's something else. But even if this is the multiplayer map, they've changed a lot of stuff. You can see there's like fences with skulls on the top. Some of the zombies have this big mark on their face, which I'm guessing that means they're controlled by the Nazi guy, which would be pretty cool. Then you've got more of these tablets with like the symbols on. You saw these quite a lot through the trailer. Loads of those. And I really like that sort of stuff. I like all the sort of mystical tablets, all the occult stuff. I think that's very cool. And I think it works well for Easter eggs as well. Having like symbols and stuff to match up. I think that's more fun than using computers. That's pretty cool. And then you see like, okay, we've got a squad of operators. I'm guessing these like this is telling us that it is just going to be operators again, that we're not getting a specialist. I've got people in chat saying that there's Gorokrovia in as well.
I didn't see Gorod Krovi, but I'm sure people who love zombies recognize Gorod Krovi a lot better than I do. So that's really, really cool if they're bringing that back, because that is one of the more fun maps. I'm not sure whether it's 100%. Like, people are saying the statue on screen now is the one from Gorod Krovi. That's really cool. Is it actually Gorod Krovi coming back, or is it just a statue that's from real life and then is being used? I've got no idea at this point. But it all looks very cool. This thing is immense. This looks like something out of Doom. This is like one of the coolest looking things I've seen in Call of Duty Zombies. That's amazing. Right, now let's just go back to see all of those zombies. Some hordes of zombies. Definitely, again, lots of horror in this. We saw this with D Machine with the first Black Ops Cold War zombies. We saw loads and loads of like really horror looking scenes. This looks like they're really turning the gore up, like having kind of wet looking zombies, for want of a better word. I don't know, looks pretty cool, but also looks quite disgusting. Bear in mind, we haven't seen zombies, I don't think, running on this engine, have we? Other than, like, the Haunting of Verdansk stuff. Because Modern Warfare didn't have a zombies mode. So this look for zombies is a little bit more gruesome, I think, than the previous one. Then we've got this sort of, like, scene where you can see what looks like some intel at the top there, so maybe we're going to have intel coming back. And then them just casually walking over somebody's corpse. It's kind of horrible. This zombie covered in symbols, loads of symbols all over the place. I wonder if people will be feverishly trying to work out what all of these symbols mean, because I know people did that for the Apophicon language, like that was a thing that happened. I wonder if that's something that people already know what some of these mean. I've got no idea. And then the logo is pretty awesome. That was just before the logo. That was like the split seconds before the logo. All of that stuff. Like, there's so much stuff to look at. Seeing people in chat like discussing whether or not it's actually Gorod Krovi, or whether it's because it's a statue in real life, it could just be somewhere set in Stalingrad. So yeah, it might not be a Gorod Krovi remake. I'm erring on the side of it not being a Gorod Krovi remake, just because I feel like they'd make it more obvious if it was. I feel like this is probably something new, but set in some of the, similar locations. So then we see this very suspicious looking guy. I mean, any Nazi's going to look pretty suspicious watching as there's bombing. So this is, I think, meant to be implying this is a last-ditch attempt from the Nazis. This is towards the end of the war. They're on the back foot, so this is why they've turned to using the zombies. I'm guessing that's kind of what the story's going to be. So he seems to have this device. I'm not entirely sure what the device is, but we've seen him carrying it in some of the teaser art for it as well. I think this is the thing that's letting him control the zombies, I think. That seems to be what's going on. The instrument of my revenge. And when he grabs it, he has a little flash there, doesn't he? If he sees something when he grabs it. That's that guy with the 4 arms. So he sees the guy in the 4 arms. So somehow that thing lets him connect to that. I'm guessing this is going to be something where, like, he thinks he's in control of this demonic type guy, and it's probably actually the other way around. That seems like it makes sense. So far, I'm not really seeing the links, and we've got the moon silhouette. I'm not seeing the links to Black Ops Cold War Zombies, but I'm sure there will be some. There's some with, like, the color palette and stuff like that, with, the Disciples, like Red Mist. There seems to be a lot of that, but no idea. That's that symbol now. Now notice, I think when the first time we saw this symbol, it wasn't lit up, but in this one it is illuminated, so that's kind of, something to activate maybe, or maybe something like a trial type thing like in 9. You an army of the dead. Scary zombies. But our enemy. I hope that there is actually some horror in this. Like, I feel like I said, with Black Ops Cold War and D Machine, they really pushed that horror angle with the first few teaser trailers. But then, when the game came out, there wasn't really much of it. Like, they didn't really make it very scary. I would like them to go back to that. World War II Zombies had the tutorial map. That had a really cool sort of horror feel that I really enjoyed. I would like that. I'd like it to be a bit darker, a bit scarier. Have allies from beyond this mortal realm. So this mask, very, very cool looking. Again, all of the art, like, they're completely knocking out of the park. It's like so detailed and so ornate. It looks really cool. But again, that looked like a multiplayer map from the beta. It feels like we're seeing a lot of stuff set in multiplayer maps, and there's more of that to come. Which is, I find that really, really interesting, that like I said, it could be more Onslaught, like maybe Onslaught's carrying on. Or it could be that, whereas like the Zombies maps before have always taken stuff from campaign, or not always, but sometimes, maybe they're taking stuff from multiplayer, I don't know. Our strength is yours. That thing's cool looking. That looks like something out of Dark Souls. Oh wow, you can see the size of that thing now on the right. Like, you can see that thing that we were just looking at is huge. Like, that's cool. So yeah, there's this sword. It seems like when he uses the sword later, that it creates a ring of fire. So I don't know, like, are those things, like those specialist things, I've forgotten what they're called, like Ring of Fire and Ether Shroud, are they going to be items now, like objects you need to use? I think that would be quite cool, but I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just a similar looking effect. You also see some Dark Ether crystals on this thing, so it's definitely like maybe got links to the Chrysalax. Although it's got a normal hilt, it's got like a metal hilt, but then it's got Chrysalax kind of crystals on the top bit. That's very cool. Right, and then here you see, so you've got this square. I think this is the statue that they're talking about of Gorod Krovi. If this is meant to be Gorod Krovi, this area looks smaller than I remember it being. But, I mean, I haven't spent ages on Gorod Krovi. Greg FPS kindly took me through that Easter egg, and I remember playing it a bit when it launched. But yeah, that looks quite small to me compared. I thought that area was much bigger. You've got 2 portals there, implying like this is just a small area that maybe you'll be able to hop in and out of, or maybe these are just portals that zombies come out of. I think in the Black Ops Cold War maps, when they were red portals, didn't that just mean stuff was coming out of them and you couldn't go through them? Like Firebase said, weren't they red? Oh no, but you can actually see straight through them. And when you look through them, that's going to the multiplayer map, that hotel one, the Paris map. So that's really interesting. That looks like you can go from this place, it looks like it's in Stalingrad, and actually go through the portal and end up in Paris. Are they gonna like link together? Are they gonna link together the like different areas? That's really interesting. Like even more so than Outbreak. I just saw someone, Callum in chat was saying Outbreak, because like in that you couldn't see through the portals, I don't think. But yeah, that's insane. That would be really, really different if you're like having maps that are taking complete different environments and connecting them together. She's got something on her back, like that looks like another weapon. This is what I'm thinking, like the specialist things like Ether Shroud and stuff like that. Maybe they're all going to be linked to an item now. Which I think that would be quite cool if each one came with like a weapon that you could charge up and use and stuff. I think that would be quite cool. So yeah, they go through a portal. I didn't notice that at all the first time watching it, but then this is the same place that's, this is the Paris one, isn't it? Where this is going to be in multiplayer map. Apparently, while I'm recording this, Charlie Intel has tweeted that more info is coming at 10 a.m. PT. I think 10 a.m. PT, that works out as being 5 p.m. British time, which is in about 45 minutes. So there's going to be more information coming out later. Again, it's got a cool horror vibe. That is an amazing little sequence. Sorry, can we just watch that sequence again? That's amazing. I want that. I want that as like a alert on my stream or something. I think that's really, really cool. So in here we can see like people doing traditional fighting loads of zombies backing into each other. They're getting themselves in a very bad situation here. I'm immediately looking at it and being like, why is there 3 lights and then 1 off, then 1 on, then 1 off? Like, is there a code in this? I don't know.
What is it exactly?
Oh, then you see this big floating thing. There's so many, like, that's a head in a cage. Just a head in a floating cage, quite casually, floating about. Was bullets everywhere. And then he uses this thing, which I don't even know how to describe what that is. Is it a horn? Like, is it a horn that you would blow? Oh no, it's got feet. It's like, it's got feet and a tail. I've got no idea what this is. I'm so overwhelmed by new things. Which is exactly what I wanted from zombies. I wanted this to be something new, wanted this to be something different. There's so much new in this trailer. Like, so much stuff. Then you got, like, this seems like maybe are they using ice blasts? Because it seems to be, like, icicles flowing through the air and spikes coming out of zombies. Maybe that's what that thing was. So the thing that he used with the tail, maybe that's the Frost Blast, like, tailsman. I'm really thinking that that's what this is. So all of those things before, Ether Shroud, Frost Blast, they're going to be coming back, but with like items associated with them that you actually use. I think that's very, very cool. That's really exciting. Floating head was in the background there again. So there you go. Yeah, you can see this thing. It's like, what is it? Like a frost chicken. We've got an ice chicken that causes Frost Blast. That's pretty cool. Then you can see he's got the sword that causes the Ring of Fire there. So this is the area with the windmill in that we saw in the very first teaser trailers for Vanguard. Burning zombies, not surprised. Scary zombie. There's an interesting, like, red thing over this. I don't know what's going on there. And then, I mean, there's going to be loads of stuff going on here. So there's something that can be activated or picked up there. We've got radios over here. There's so much going on. So he uses that, and then, oh, that's the mine one. So yeah, I think we're pretty spot on with that. That he activates that, and that causes the mine to pop up. So yeah, he uses this thing. And then there's this big red obelisk. What's this do? Is that a thing that teleports them as well? There's so much going on. Then they're back out. World War II guns, obviously super meaty. Then this is an interesting thing that we saw in a teaser trailer, and I was talking about on the Discord earlier, that this seems to be a zombie with a chain gun, with a death machine. Zombies with guns, like actual guns, is something that I can't really remember seeing that much of before. Like, you know, you've seen them with flamethrowers and stuff like the Panzer ones. But that's kind of interesting, the idea. Are we going to be having to take cover away from zombies and stuff like that? Like, that could change up the gameplay quite a lot, having ones with guns. So then you saw him using the sword and getting Ring of Fire. And then you see him very clearly here, like him commanding the zombie and like summoning it out of the ground. So I'm guessing he's the bad guy in this. I think there's going to be a lot of, you know, his hubris of him thinking he's in control of these and I'm turning on him. No idea what these things are in the background. So, like, are these humans with the guns, I'm assuming? Or are they some sort of, like, demonic things? Are we going to, like, have them lift up their veil and they're actually super messed up and underneath? No idea. Looks very cool, though. I'm shocked at how much this trailer's showing off. And then there's the big guy. So yeah, that was insane. So we've got more information coming later on this. So much stuff to unpack from that. That's really cool. I'm really looking forward to when they do like blog posts and when they do things explaining a little bit more. I still don't understand from watching that. Are we getting a round-based map, or is this like some other mode that's using the multiplayer maps? It seems like, I mean, it could go either way. But that was very, very cool. I mean, even this could be like something like Outbreak, who knows, and we'll travel between the maps, like a couple of people in chat have said. Very, very cool. So yeah, obviously, I'm going to keep on making videos of everything they're releasing for zombies, so make sure you like and subscribe. Turn your notifications on to get alerted when we do more. Sounds like we're going to be finding a lot more about this, possibly later today, and then over the next few weeks, I'm sure we'll find out more and more, and I'll keep on making videos, bringing you all of the information I can, all of the reactions, from somebody who's pretty much like a casual zombies fan. You know, I'm not hardcore, I don't know all of the story, I don't know everything about zombies, so if you're like that and you want to just kind of relax and chill out and have some fun with zombies, come to Geeky Pastimes. Thank you very much, and goodbye.